Yes, amazing evening, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to another day to talk about Nigerian matter. Welcome to Update with Precious, and thank you so much, so much for joining us as usual. So very quickly, make a run through some things we see happen today, and I would like to talk about today. So people are calling the attention of U.S. President Donald Trump to give Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu the same treatment where they give Maduro of Venezuela, especially as a concern the drug related issue, and that's don't they raise a lot of controversy and people don't they react following that matter. And the worst part is that the people doing this are not even Nigerians; they're also foreigners. And people they say, "What's it concern on now? Why not? Why they do this kind of thing?" But in all of this, the US don't continue to press in as it get to do with waiting in the call. They insist in a Christian genocide of Nigeria, irrespective or in spite of Nigerian government's denial. Because Daniel Bwala don't talk say, oh, nothing make and they like say na Christian genocide, say na just general genocide. I mean na crisis now we get, it no be Christian genocide. Even though the statistics will not fit tell how balanced that statistics did to show say indeed more Muslims don't die than Christians, as in TikTok. The question still remains: who be the people where they kill both the Christians and the Muslims? What religion will they profess? And the people then will they live for the communities of the Christians where they don't drive out now? Which religion will they be? And why is it difficult to chase those people away? In the name of what religion will they operate? These are questions where people they ask. But make a run through some headlines of the matter then very, very quickly. Because one of those issues, and I said, like Maduro, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu also been get issue with FBI. So why not also be sitting the way you're doing Maduro? And people say, wait, that is too much. But then let's get into other issues very quickly. We must act quickly. US lawmakers say Nigeria stalling on protection of Christians. Say Nigeria they drag leg as it gets to do with protection of Christians. So they must act quickly as a matter of urgency to protect Nigerian Christians. US Congress urged to pressure Nigerian government to declare Sharia law unconstitutional, disband Hizbah commissions. And Nigerians don't they react? And I go let you in on their reactions. Trump's government finally don't announce visa ban for terrorism financiers and supporters and others for Nigeria. Those who get hand for waiting they cause the killing of Christians for Nigeria. They say, "Nga, not enter our country. We don't need you. We don't need you. Stay for our country. Day your day, make we day our day." Now we say that they tell them. As a matter of fact, the U.S. House of Congress member Rep. Riley Moore don't say good step as we say it hailed the US government for the ban of terrorism financiers and supporters from the United States. As this one they happen, we'll see they deny say no be this. Remember, say Reverend Father Archie was just killed. Like Kaduna State now they just kill him. Now another priest again Ezema, they don't also adopt him again for inside Kaduna State. So Catholic priest kidnapped in Kaduna State again, just after Ogachi died for their custody. The wife and the daughter still there. We don't know whether they not survive, whether they not survive. Bandits now abduct three for inside Sokoto Sabon Birini, for Sokoto State. That one still did happen. Para 38 abducted Eruku worshippers don't reunite with their families finally since they get freedom. Now they reunite with their families. Gunmen kidnapped 5 Rivers Varsity students, 14 bus passengers for inside Imo State. And then reps don't declare border security emergency, recommend drones, AI, Joint Intelligence Center for Nigeria, saying everything we need to use the fight this terrorism when we fight like this. Theater commander don't order troops to intensify offensive against bandits for inside Northwest. That one said the Reverend. Well, we don't talk about the Reverend Father we visited kidnapped for Kaduna State. Very very sad incident. Now Sharia law, U.S. to deny visas to Nigerians who violate religious freedom. Yeah, I think we already talked about this. Now Senate confirms General Christopher Musa as defense minister. I made a lot of drama before the floor of the Senate, and I'll let you in on that drama. Former governorship candidate and social commentator don't berate Tinubu over continued silence on Matewale Gumi's alleged association with terrorists. Say, Oga President, why you dey quiet with all the things where Gumi they talk? And then you just be quiet, you know what act. Wait till they happen. This your quietness. Wait, what's up? What is stopping inside the matter? That one said they'll go look into it. And then Nigeria's former defense chief reveals cost of drone missile. Says once you fire one, 150 million is gone. Hit or miss. to say now wetin make it expensive for us to use drone to use attack them. And they can't talk about why southwest Nigeria they safer than other regions of Nigeria. Now so Oga Christopher Musa talk. Now, Nigerian Colonel Achigili denied food family access on order from above after arrest over promotion protest. Remember the person who will tell you, say, I show you video of yesterday, a video before yesterday, how his son do video, how they use come arrest and they drag him because of saying talk with him, saying talk about say him don't reach for promotion of brigadier general and they no agree promote him. Just that complaint when make, then they use come arrest at my house. Now they don't deny him food, no access to family, no anything. The family don't they cry out. And then waiting Oga Daniel Wala don't talk. Say that time when Tinubu been called, say make Jonathan resign because of Chibok girls. Say that call was legitimate, but anybody with a call for Tinubu to resign and say no, they legitimate. I really didn't want to talk about this interview because it's long. Now, did I tell you that while the drama they go on for inside House of Senate today concerning the screening of Oga Christopher Musa, Oga Akpabio talk a lot. People see him for the first time. People they talk say, Oga, you show a lot of zeal for inside this screening where they do Oga Christopher Musa. I think talk say even Donald Trump said they our neck. So we must stop this thing what they do about take a bow, go take a bow. Oga, can't tell us what you get to bring for the table. And Nigerians go use trust, say go fit handle the problem we be say we get now. Now, House of Reps don't tell Tinubu government to reveal the financiers of terrorism banditry for Nigeria. And guess what? Somebody for inside House of Reps don't come and talk say, Tio, you know days yo, the president no go fit publicly name the people where they finance terrorism or publicly prosecute them or you know why? It is risky for them. Hello, the people what the key know they're risky. You know they're risky. We're going to get into that conversation and I'll play you an evidence so that you know go talking in my mouth and I be say here because evidence full grant. Okay, so gunmen don't abduct fresh Nigerian lawyer on his way to Ekiti after call to bar ceremony. They call out to bar finish as say make it go and then babam. Wow. Regulate your operations or risk sanctions. NBC don't they tell broadcast stations. Say, see, all these TV, radio stations, broadcast stations, not gonna mind on I said the one that they talk or regulators and they use talk. Especially people who they ask questions for an interview. Not be someone that go they ask guests question. Guests go they talk anyhow and I no go fact check them. And I no go even tell and say no, this one way they talk they wrong. You know good though. So for those who they say speak fearlessly, speak fearlessly. I'm gonna see NBC, they don't come for that the mod. So Tinubu swears in Aminu Yusuf as Population Commission chairman. So do we have census on the way? Plateau, PDP's own group calling on Governor Mutfwang to defect to APC. Meanwhile, Oshun 2026 Accord woos Governor Adeleke after he don't resign from PDP. Well, all of this and more matter now ABC we get to bring for the mod this evening. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who joined me this evening. I know say you don't do very late, forgive me, but then the woman has got to do what she's got to do because a lot of things here on the table. All right, so let's get started with the conversation. Where do we start now? Look, before I start with waiting get to do with this scoop from the US, because that's putting a correct gist, so if you say a long. So before I give you that long gist, make I just bring you up to speed with the drama what happened before the floor of the Senate today. Because it won't be fair that I just go ahead and tell you the things that will happen, make I not tell you what happened for the floor of the Senate. No. I won't be doing you a lot of good. So all of these things we got Christopher Musa talk and all that. Make I just bring you the matter them. So Senate President Godswill Akpabio today Wednesday openly reprimanded Senator Sani Musa for suggesting that President Bola Tinubu's nominee for Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, should simply take a bow and go during his screening. Now, visibly displeased, Akpabio insisted the security challenges confronting the country made the suggestion inappropriate, stating it was not a time for routine courtesy. Said because Nigerians, say as they so they get constituencies we go get plenty question where they will ask Oga Musa. So saying that their duty to ask the questions on behalf of their constituents. They say this time not be time for take a pass. Say even Donald Trump said they on their neck. So say they know go just as they will need better response from them to know what in ABC in get to do. And he himself, Oga Christopher Musa, don't also talk a few things as a concern the things that we ABC in go fit to. So first of all, we'll look at some things ABC in talk before in final as they come approve in screening and then come confirm in appointment by President Bola Tinubu. So talking the defense minister, former defense chief today Wednesday during his screening on this talk about the steep financial demands of modern warfare. That is how expensive it is to use expensive modern warfare. Disclosing say a single medium range precision missile used in drone operations na $100,000, and that is to say na 150 million naira. It don't go as it just blew am like that. Piam, ofugo, it is lost. Tilo, can't see it again, which is about 150 million naira. He stressed that each single medium range precision missile fired, whether it hits the target or not, means 150 million naira gone. Now, Musa made the revelation while addressing the lawmakers during his ministerial screening, stressing that the cost of contemporary military technology requires careful budgeting and strategic deployment. So he used to come. Now, the former defense chief said the figures underscores the need to improve defense planning and enhance investment in technology-driven operations as Nigeria continues to confront terrorism, banditry, and other security challenges. He added that the military must adapt to modern combat realities, which really, or which perhaps rely heavily on sophisticated and costly equipment. Why be say we not the budget enough for? So this one, they do and when they say they answer questions as concerning waiting they say you fit do and how you fit use kajad for us for inside the house, how you use to protect the country. And it is something we also talk as it get to do with waiting make the north west they safer past other parts of the country. In one say the escalating cross-border incursions by armed group into parts of north, central, and southwest regions will persist unless governors strengthen regional collaboration and security. So, speaking during the ministerial screening today, he praised the Southwest for what he described as a model of regional unity. That is, say, all the Southwest governors in 2 days together. He can note, say, the zone's relative security calm is not accidental, but the result of deliberate cooperation among its governors. So now, because the governors then for Southwest, they listen Southeast on the year, South, and no man no be on a day for inside this equation. Say, what makes Southwest, they like say, they safe now because the governors them irrespective of whether they PDP, APC, anywhere, they come together to look for the common good of their region, to secure their region, and now waiting make better peace day for all these regions. Well, make I just go play you an excerpt of that drama we play out today when Akpabio ask him question. Then I'll come back and get straight to that Donald Trump issue and bring you all the evidences we get to do with that matter we concerned Donald Trump. Take a listen to that waiting happen for the vloggers.
I did not say rejected, but noted. The reason I say so is that the man standing in front of us could be regarded as a solution to the current insecurity in the country. And we are not here on our own. We are here representing our constituents. And our constituents would like to hear from him whether his appointment will enable them to sleep well, whether their children will be safe in schools. So we are not asking him questions because we don't like him. We're asking him questions because our constituents would have loved to ask him questions at a time like this. So if we come here and we do politics of bow and go, this is not a period we should say bow and go. Even Donald Trump is on our neck. We have not yet asked him what his response will be to Donald Trump, the President of America. He is not just anybody. Chief of Defense Staff, a nominee for Minister of Defense of a country, and you stand up and say you should take a bow and go, with so many questions on the mouth of Nigerians, with over 200 Nigerian children in the bush, kidnapped and being tortured. His appointment is heralded all over Nigeria with happiness, because Nigerians believe he has something to offer. Give the man an opportunity to give Nigerians hope. Mr. Nominee, you answer questions, but you will not give any strategic information on the strategy that you use don't take it that we are not happy. We are all happy. We applaud Mr. President for your nomination. We have a lot of hope in you based on your track record. But a few questions are begging for answers. The Senate has just set up a committee to find out from the cry of the governor of Kebbi who gave the order for the soldiers who had prior information that kidnappers were coming to the school. Is it St. Mary's School or where? Maga. And they went there and they even took the students to the field and taught the students what they would do when the kidnappers come. But 30 minutes before the kidnappers arrived, somebody gave order for the soldiers to withdraw from the school. And the kidnappers came and operated, and children were packed away. And the governor raised alarm all over. As the Chief of Defense Staff, former, now a nominee for the office of Minister of Defense, I want you to know that this senator has set up a committee to investigate who gave that order and why they withdrew to give access to kidnappers to take those children unhindered. It's something that people would like to hear from you. And as we speak now, Brigadier General Oba has not been found, whether he's killed or not killed. He made a phone call to disclose his location. Who gave those coordinates for the kidnappers or the terrorists to go and pick him? Those are questions begging for answers. And then somebody like you has highly placed in security service. You have been everywhere. You have attended all the ranks. You come before the Senate and somebody is saying, take a bow and go. When you take a bow and go, where is Brigadier General Oba? When you take a bow and go, where are the children? How are we going to get the children back? You should make a statement on that. Please, I will not want us to ridicule the nomination of the president. The president knows why he brought him. And he has ideas of why he brought him. Let him also tell Nigerians what he will do in that regard. He doesn't need to disclose the strategy.
Point of order. Point of order.
So that's a bit of the drama that played out. But make I just take a few minutes response or reaction from Oga Christopher Musa, and then we'll move on straight to Trump issue because of time.
No single parasocial can do it. We need the support of everyone, every Nigerian and everyone living in Nigeria, working together as a team, because it's going to be a teamwork. The enemies we are dealing with are evil forces that don't mean this country well. And they have no respect for human life. And that's why it's important for us to know that if we don't work together, we'll give them the opportunity to continue to perpetuate the evil acts they've been doing. And that's why it's important that we first must love one another, understand that we're in this together, and believe that the challenges we're facing is a Nigerian challenge. It's not only for the armed forces or for the security forces, but it's for everyone working together. I want to assure you we're going to work united as we did when I was the Chief of Defense Staff. The important thing is for us to take the ownership of the challenges confronting our dear nation. These are things that we can defeat. We can win this war. But until we are deliberate about it, until the way we are determined, knowing that we are brothers and sisters and God has a purpose, He's putting us here together. It's not to destroy ourselves, but to build ourselves up. And that's for me the most important aspect, that all Nigerians must put hands together to defeat the enemy. The Sahel is heating up. And you can see what they are doing to Mali. We will not want such situations to come to Nigeria. And that's why our borders must be secured. Our security forces must be empowered, must be supported. And I want to thank you most especially, Mr. President, sir, for all the support given to me when I was the Chief of Defense Staff. It made a great difference. The National Assembly stood by us all through. Despite the challenges, we were able to move forward. And I can assure you that together, as a servant of this nation, we will continue to work together in ensuring that we secure our dear country. Nigeria is great. And we will never be ashamed, and nobody can intimidate us. That I know. Because we are one people, God's people, and will continue to foster, no matter what other ones are saying. Everybody in the world knows Nigeria is great, and it will continue to be great. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, so the Senate don't finally confirm the appointment of Oga Christopher Musa. So now, na be the Oga part of what we get to do with our defense ministry right now. Even though see some other funny things happen when a particular senator they ask them, say, you go fit differentiate between your work as a defense, as chief of defense staff, and now a defense minister. I hope so you go know the difference. And I probably simply answered and said, if you don't know, you go tell them that and all that. Well, besides all of this drama we happen, at the end of the day, they don't confirm the appointment. And of course, we look forward to entering the job with renewed vigor and the kind of energy we be say they require to stop all of these things. But some people they talk immediately in commodity as defense minister. Now you be like see the attacks and can't even escalate, can't do what. So we hope say now we be say don't come back. Maybe the attackers go respect him face small. They will do the right thing. But let's get straight to the United States issue very quickly. Now, beginning with this, United States lawmakers don't accuse the Nigerian government of foot dragging on measures to end the persecution of Christians from inside the country. Now, the lawmakers convened a roundtable yesterday, Tuesday, to discuss the escalating violence from inside the country and what they say is targeted persecution of Christians. So, participants for inside the hearing include Mario Diaz Ballard, House Appropriations Committee Vice Chair and National Security, Department of State and related programs subcommittee chairman, Robert Adherholt, Labor, Labor, Health and Human Service, Education and Related Agencies Subcommittee Chairman and Values Action Team VAT Chair, and Riley Moore, Appropriations Legislative Branch Subcommittee Vice Chair and leading religious liberty advocates. All those people in the NBC being day available. Now, other participants and still plenty of could just keep them they go. Now, during this discussion, maybe say they get on having the features make sure say they stop press on Nigerian government to stop the persecution of Christians from Nigeria. Smith say Christians and moderate Muslims in Nigeria live under the constant threat of murder. Did you hear what he said? Christians and moderate Muslims, that is saying that some amount of Muslims, but more of Christians, now they live in fear for inside Nigeria because of constant threat of murder, of them being killed, of rape, of being abducted, of torture, of radical Islamist groups such as Boko Haram and Fulani terrorists. I don't know why they always call this particular Fulani terrorists. I don't know why they take it seriously like that. And they put them in S, terrorists. That's what they put them. Now, the most, quoting them, they say the most brutal and murderous anti-Christian persecution in the entire world, as well as the systematic targeting and killing of moderate Muslims who speak out against radical Islamists or refuse to conform with their extreme ideals occurs in Nigeria. In case you don't understand, they say the most wickedest killing of Christians for the whole world in Nigeria did, and the most wickedest killing of Muslims and when no agree to be radical, when no agree to the extreme, when they agree for the idea, the kind of idea where the extreme people then they use, where did they bring? Say the most killing of those kind of people. That's still for Nigeria, maybe say it happen. It's say in Nigeria, saying at the ground zero of religious violence in Nigeria. Those were their words. Now, the lawmakers added that the Nigerian government has a constitutional obligation to protect its citizens, but has failed. Oh, so they give Nigerian government the constitution oblige them, permit them, mandate them to protect their citizens. But the Nigerian government don't fail, owing to how the perpetrators of these persecution operate with complete impunity. Some people when they do this thing, they do it with anyhowness. After all, we see go feed do us. Then they use one. Quoting them further, they say the United States is committed to standing firmly with the persecuted, no matter where in the world. Under the strong leadership of President Donald Trump, I am confident that the United States will hold the Nigerian government accountable for its complicity. Nigerian government accountable for joining body, for putting their finger for pot of soup, for the complicity in the rampant religious persecution occurring within its borders. Okay, so still quoting them for that, they say the Nigerian government is trying to run out of the clock. The Nigerian government is trying to run out the clock, rather. They're trying to run out the clock. We cannot allow this to happen. We must act quickly and decisively to save more lives. Say, be like say Nigerian government just a drag body, so that time will come pass. They no go fit come do anything again. Say, they no go feel let them. Say they must act fast before time go pass. Now, Diaz Balart noted that defending religious liberty worldwide is a moral duty and a vital part of America's foreign policy. Quoting him, he said, no one should live in fear because of how they worship. That's what he talked. Now, Diaz Balart, who chairs the subcommittee that funds U.S. national security interest and foreign policy priorities, now they talk this one. He said he would address the issue by passing a full year funding measure in the FY26 funding bill. The lawmaker said it is essential to advancing an America First agenda. This now waiting them talk. Who you dey hear the words wey they use? The words wey they use touch you well. You see the level, the way them coin the words we basically use. And this coinage of these words, not be by mistake. It is very deliberate. Very, very deliberate. Well, let's get more to that before I bring you the more of the juice we say the inside that matter. I cannot wait to let you in on all of this juice. Let me see very quickly. Yeah. So, and then I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering, so how this one can't get to do with Venezuela Maduro again now? Within this one can't get to do with Maduro, and how they come, I go bring on the relationship and how some of these threat members and some of the U.S. officials then they try their best to make sure, say, no matter how it take be, the Nigerian government act or may Donald Trump act very swiftly. So, United States lawmakers, they don't tell them, they don't urge to on Tuesday to pressure the Nigerian government. That same Tuesday, say made them pressure Nigerian government, made them abolish everything we get to do with the law, the Sharia law for within northern Nigeria. Amongst all the 12 states of northern Nigeria where they practice Sharia law, out of the 16 states of northern Nigeria, 12 states get Sharia law. So made them abolish Sharia law for inside Nigeria totally. For those states, that for the state they want to adopt them, I made them disband religious enforcement Hisba commissions for those states, with experts warning that these laws and groups are fueling systematic anti-Christian persecution in Nigeria. That's what they talk. Now, during joint house briefing in response to U.S. President Donald Trump's October directive and designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, Council on Foreign Relations Senior Fellow Dr. Ebenezer Obadere testified that the primary drivers of violence, Boko Haram, Islamic State for West Africa province ISWAP, and radicalized Fulani militants exploit Sharia frameworks and Hisba officials to impose extremist ideology, enforce forced conversations, and operate with near total impunity. That is very close to total impunity, and I need to operate. Now, Obadere laid out a strategy for dealing with the violence and killings. A statement by the House Appropriation Committee quoted him as saying the policy goal should be twofold. First, work with the Nigerian military to neutralize Boko Haram. Saying that so we will put the policy forward. One, okay, work with the Nigerian military to neutralize Boko Haram. Second, the United States should put pressure on Nigerian President Tinubu to one, make Sharia law unconstitutional in the 12 northern states where they have been adopted since 2000. And two, disband the various Hisba groups across northern states seeking to enforce and impose Islamic law on all citizens regardless of their religious identity. Say that. Now, waiting to be said they must do. Now, in laying out his strategy, Obadere acknowledged efforts by the federal government in response to pressure from the United States. He said, as a recent event have shown, the Nigerian authorities are not impervious to incentives. That's what you talk. He says, since the country of particular concern designation and President Donald Trump's threat of unilateral military action against Boko Haram, President Tinubu has made several moves, including ordering airstrikes against Boko Haram targets, the recruitment of an additional 30,000 policemen, and most recently declaring a national security emergency in the country. He, however, expects a lot more to be done, saying Washington must keep up the pressure on Tinubu. That is not Washington. We're gonna the press neck, press the neck of Nigerian government, make them do more. Now, the bipartisan session led by Appropriations Vice Chair Mario Diaz Balart, as I talked before, and involving the House Foreign Affairs Committee heard repeated accusations that the Nigerian government is complicit in what lawmakers called religious cleansing. Mm, mm, mm. Religious cleansing across the North and Middle Belt. Now, witnesses cited the November 22 abduction of children and teachers from St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri, Niger State, where they described as what they describe rather as ongoing blasphemy law in imprisonments. Sorry, there's ongoing blasphemy law imprisonment and mass killings, rejecting claims that the violence stems solely from resource disputes. Now, Badari emphasized the root of the crisis, saying the deadliest and most serious threat confronting the Nigeria state today is jihadist terror. So nothing again. So now jihadist terror be the most deadliest terror in Nigeria face. And this is perpetrated by Islamist groups like Boko Haram and the rest of them. He said Boko Haram translates to Western education is forbidden. Boko Haram is barbarous and implicable campaign to overthrow the Nigerian state and establish an Islamic caliphate in its stead is the source of Nigeria's president's discontent. Every proposals to solve the Nigerian crisis that does not take seriously the need to radically degrade and ultimately eliminate Boko Haram is as a fighting source is a non-starter. Say anything what would they do where we no fit say make we wipe out Boko Haram, make sure say they don't even breathe at all. So let me say we never start at all. Now they say they must make sure say Nigerian government they accountable. Reps Chris Smith label Nigeria ground zero for global anti-Christian persecution as I talked before. Now lawmakers from both parties signaled support for Diaz Balad's, what in talk say in go do with that bill we say it go push forward. This one, it don't raise a lot of controversy again. Now, before I come to waiting Trump talk today, as they don't finally take the decision to make sure, say, Nigeria, then designate them as a country of particular concern. Make we look at some other things we say happen. Because as this one they happen, before I go straight to bring it in, as this one they happen, as I'll show you a tweet. Where do I begin with this tweet now? So let's see. Let's see. Where do I begin with this tweet? So this video, as ABC, I think it was the U.S. Homeland Security where ABC raised this. Like I say, and just to hope so I get the right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the United States is taking decisive action. That's what the Homeland Security put up. The United States is taking decisive action in response to the atrocities and violence against Christians in Nigeria around the world. The State Department will restrict U.S. visas from those who knowingly direct, authorize, fund, support, or anything concerning Nigeria. Guess what? Riley Moore don't respond and say this is a good step. Accountability is coming to those who perpetrate or turn a blind eye to the persecution of our modern Christians. Our brothers and sisters in Christ. But this is not the tweet I'm actually looking for. Make I go straight to that tweet to ABC at the fine. I hope say I will fit see and very quickly so that I not will waste on our time. Because a lot of things happen for inside that conversation where ABC I define. Let me see if I can get it very, 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 very quickly so we can jump in straight on that conversation. Okay. I think this is about it. This Venezuela one. Is that it? Let me see. Okay, so breaking CIA, Venezuela officials have just confirmed that the feared CIA operatives and US special forces are now operating inside Venezuela with direct order to capture and kill Nicolas Maduro to make this most serious escalation yet. Covert teams, they talk a lot. Covert teams, yeah, they talk a lot of things for inside that. But I want to get straight to the point of the conversation where EBCDT can get to affect our president and where people can raise Donald Trump eyes and interest for where Nigerian governments matter day. Let's see. Let me see if I can quickly just put up that now. Okay. I think this is it. So, General Anderson reaffirms US support for Africa-led efforts for inside that tweet. Now, this man, Elias Garasolis, US lobbyist, one of the persons who be say Sabi carry waiting get to do with Biafra matter for head. He agitates Biafra matter well for the US. Now, this US lobbyist, LES, say the US government and military is working with Somaliland and Puntland rather than the federal government of Somaliland. That's what he says. So maybe very soon they will work with Biafra, but this is not the tweet I'm looking for. I'm coming on. I'm going to get you that tweet very quickly, where there was a suggestion that, wait, if you're treating Venezuela like this, why not also treat the Nigerian government same way? After all, the same crime way we say the Venezuela commits and the same crime way we say Nigerian government also commits. So why you need to treat them alike? So they say Maduro is not the president of Venezuela and his regime is not the legitimate government. Maduro is the head of the cartel de los Sols, a narco terror organization which has taken possession of the country, and he is under indictment for pushing drugs into the United States. That narrating this tweet. I think it was under this tweet that he eventually reacted to immediately. And then under the tweet, he now reacted and said, what did he say now? I'm just hoping that I get to this tweet as fast as I can so that I don't get to waste our time too much. Let me see if I can get that tweet. Okay, no, this is not it. Sincere apologies because the tweet is in a very tiny print, so I would like it for you. Instead of me to just read it up from where I have it from, I'd like to show you evidence, make it not be like, say, I just talk, the fire without evidence at all. I know they like to do that kind of thing, and you know that I don't like doing that at all. So I like to show you evidence so you see exactly where they come from. Okay, so here is, I think, yeah, reacting to US Secretary Marco Rubio's tweet. He now said, I agree with Secretary Marco Rubio, said, who is a great Secretary of State. Regarding Venezuela and Maduro, the same can be said of the President of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, who has a prior history of being investigated for heroin trafficking in the United States. If President Tinubu continues to be complicit in the genocide currently taking place in Nigeria, a country also, of course, where gets better important interest, the US get better important interest for, then he should be treated as we are treating Maduro and Venezuela style solution. I said he should be treated as we are treating Maduro. And of course, a Venezuela style solution should also be considered for Nigeria, God forbid. Currently, US political support for Biafran independence can further advance US interest while providing a safe haven for Nigeria's Christians. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Immediately, that people say, oh God, waiting happen, waiting with you. Trust Nigerians. Lots of Nigerians are under the street. Lots of Nigerians. I mean, you can just go look it up by yourself and read up the responses and reactions from Nigerians under the streets. Nigerians say, waiting happen, oh God, why you carry us on mind like this? Waiting we do you, where you carry us on mind like this? It was just, in fact, somebody here said everything about Tinubu is a scam. His secondary school certificate, the Chicago University certificate, drug money for future. Nothing is decent. Yay! The only good thing about, hey, this not the kind of response we Nigerians get under that message. And remember, this is directly under the timeline of the US Secretary of State. Under the timeline of the US Secretary of State. Now all this drama they go on, and they call the attention of not just the US government, but perhaps the Donald Trump generally, to waiting they happen for inside Nigeria. And this don't become very scary because people going to talk say no. As much as we know we need help, but not be the Venezuela style now we need for Nigeria right now. As much as we know we need to do away with the killings of Nigerians, which just they happen anyhow, but it never reach that level where we see it can't happen the way we see it happen for Venezuela. Now, here are a few responses where BC people even get to Secretary Marco Rubio tweet, talking about why it is very important to take this kind of action where they won't take and all that. Some other people will be saying now from the US there, and they react all this also, and they talk all this also. But somebody did tweet something very important. I think that was I don't know why I did not capture that tweet. That was what's his name now? I think I'll try to get that tweet. I think that was the former aide to Oga President Muhammadu Buhari under a particular tweet where he say whoa, US don't they do too much, like in as much as we know, so we need to fight this thing with the war all of us, where they kill both Christians and Muslims and everybody, but he never reached time. Say Nigeria a sovereign state, and he never reached time where he say when I would just come talk, say when I want invade a sovereign state like that. And trust Mr. Elias came right after him and responded immediately and said, sovereign state, Bawo, waiting sovereign honor. You understand? Say no, if it dey happen like this, make it happen. Make una know say na so it's supposed to be. And Nigerians are saying, wait a minute, Nigeria. Wait a minute. It never reach like this now. It never reach the level where it be say we go can't get the mind to come dey refer to our presidents matter or whatever it is that has happened in the past. And then it never reach the level where you can't call on make it be say waiting happen with Venezuela, or the treatment that they give Maduro be the treatment that they will give President Bola Tinubu. I mean, if you look at what happened with Maduro case, you know, say for the election we'll go for whether 2023 for Maduro, everybody thought that the opposition, according to people or sources, and say, oh, the opposition, now actually win that election. So now the opposition leader is supposed to succeed Chavez for inside that election. But somehow they say Narigen, I make Maduro win the election. As so they talk to you right now, the opposition, I think Oga Gonzalez, he don't actually come out for inside the country where he run enter inside exile. So people can talk say, not be the same rigging matter, not be the same rigging matter, not the same rigging matter now. This person rig, not be waiting they cause the trouble. So now waiting they cause the trouble. So now, so if this person rig enter inside the election, why will not give and the same treatment? So if they say would they give another person, where if they say also rig gets enter inside position? Why if they say would they treat the two of them separately? That's now waiting some people they talk. Okay. That now waiting some people they talk inside them. I'm trying to get that tweet, if I can, very quickly, of where Bashir Ahmed said that under that response. I think I got it here. And I'm going to take the response of the US lobbyists very quickly too, so that you see, so that I wouldn't be, make it not be like say I just talk as the matter just take be like that. Now, waiting make this one be very scary. In case we don't understand, is the implication of reactions like this to the image of Nigeria generally. The fact that Nigeria go fit dey mention if the US they claim say wetin make the fight the Venezuelan president Maduro now because of say in they push drugs enter inside US. Now wetin make they not even wan gree for them at all, right? And then somebody can't get mind, get the temerity to use compare our president's matter, say because they been forfeit money for drug some time ago. So say now the same matter too with wetin they happen to Maduro. So maybe they give her the Maduro treatment. That no be insult on Nigeria. Wetin it mean to the image of our country, Nigeria? That's not the question where a lot of people ask. That we don't really reach that level where we say, people go to look us like this, and people go see us like this, and people go to talk about our matter like this. You don't reach that level where we say waiting consign us will get as it be like this. That now waiting people they talk. And has it gotten to the level where we say we can't day like this for the eyes of the international community? Oh, something happened. They can't begin compare us. They use example like that. They use the compare Nigeria. How did we allow ourselves to be like this? And what's be the implication to the image of Nigeria generally? That now waiting people they talk. So this will spark a lot of reaction concerning Nigeria. Now, here is where Bashir Ahmed reacted. Let's see if I can get a reaction from Bashir Ahmed. Yeah. So this is where Bashir Ahmed reacted very quickly. Let me get it here. Yeah, I got it. So that's Bashir Ahmed's reaction. Actually, to waiting if he say Channels TV tweets. He say, in as much as I don't, of course, I don't like talking about this, but it must be said that this is what a blatant intrusion into our internal affairs. The United States has absolutely no right to dictate to us how we should live, govern ourselves, or practice our faith, as Nigeria is a sovereign nation with our own constitution, democratic institutions, cultural values, and legal frameworks. That's reacting to the US House of Reps or Congress pressurizing Nigeria to do away with Sharia law. Say, we're not supposed to pressurize us to do Sharia, do away with Sharia law. But let's even look at, what's the cause problem for the Sharia law. If we say Nigeria are secular states, why if we say we get a special law, we say the govern or we go regulate a particular group of people because of their religion, and then we'll get another one where they regulate the rest of Nigerians, because not only Christians and Muslims we get people will be traditional believers, we'll get even people will be Buddhist for inside this country, no matter how little they are. So why one law only now for people will get one particular religion, then one other law now for every other people will get other religion? Why? If we are indeed a secular state, should that even happen? That's now one question we people they ask. And how are you comfortable that your religion and things that concern your religion being mentioned several times inside the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a secular state? But meanwhile, the Holy Bible and the things we get to do with other religion, no day anywhere for inside the religion of for inside the Constitution of Nigeria. The inscription and the language of your religion, they for our currency, for our military attire and all that. But nothing about the other religion we did for all of those places. So do you call this fairness? Perhaps now from this area now, this is some people they look at this matter as it get to do with waiting the US they talk. Say no, as it take be like this, we no go fit continue like this. So the Nigerian government, you must do the needful. Maybe now wait to make Oga Elias talk. Say, you know what would happen? Nigeria should be given the same treatment with Venezuela. Maybe at that time their head go correct. So here is it. He can't answer me. Say Nigeria doesn't warrant the respect of a sovereign nation. The US should approach Nigeria in the same way it